Today we're talking about 8 myths regarding tankless water heaters. Renai sent these units over for us to take a look at and is also the sponsor of today's video. So let's go ahead and get into that first myth. Tankless water heaters don't work with cold water inlet temperatures. The truth of the matter is that Renai tankless products can deliver up to 5 gallons per minute of 120 degree Fahrenheit water with a 40 degree Fahrenheit water inlet temperature. That's 3 simultaneous showers and never running out of hot water. A tank type water heater with that same 3 showers could be depleted in as little as 10 minutes. And once your tank type water heater is depleted, it can take a couple of hours before that temperature gets back to its set point. So with a tankless water heater, you never have to worry about that. Another interesting thing is that in Canada, over 100,000 tankless water heaters are installed every year, and that number continues to grow. So if these things work in Canada, then they're gonna work in the upper Midwest and really anywhere in the United States. Absolutely fantastic. Myth number 2 is that tankless water heaters are just too expensive to purchase and install when compared to a tank type water heater. The truth is that tankless manufacturers have been innovating constantly and working towards reducing the price of their units. Another factor is that a lot more installers are used to installing tankless water heaters, whereas in the past when they were more of a new product category, installation prices are just gonna be higher because they're not familiar with the product. So installation costs have come down, unit costs have come down as well, and comparable tank type water heaters, especially when you're looking at power vent water heaters that have a lot of complex components to them, have come up in price to where it's more of an even playing field. And sometimes, depending on the situation, you might even be able to get a non-condensing tankless water heater installed for less money than putting in a tank type water heater in that same situation. Since tankless water heaters are so efficient, oftentimes there are rebates that you can get on the units, which brings the cost down even further. The third myth we're going to talk about is that venting for tankless water heaters is just too expensive. Now this actually used to be true. The materials and parts that you needed to vent a tankless water heater were more expensive. However, now the condensing units that Renai makes are able to be vented with just 2-inch PVC, which makes the cost of venting these things almost not a factor whatsoever. 2-inch PVC is extremely prevalent and readily available at very reasonable costs. They do have multiple venting options. You can see right here, this is a concentric venting kit, but you can use this or 2-inch PVC to vent this particular unit over here. The fourth myth we're going to talk about is that tankless water heaters won't work as well or last as long as a tank type and have more costly maintenance due to hard water scaling. The truth is that scaling is going to happen with any appliance that has water flowing through it, and they need maintenance. With tank type water heaters, you usually don't notice that the scale is building up because it can just accumulate in the tank, which further reduces the capacity of that tank type water heater. That really should be dealt with on an ongoing basis, but a lot of people just ignore it, so they don't really think about it. With a tankless water heater, it's the same thing. It needs maintenance on an ongoing basis to work efficiently. Renai has several different ways of combating scale buildup in their units, one of which is that they have a maintenance reminder built into it and the option of dealer monitoring. So all of those help significantly in maintaining the unit for optimal efficiency. The fifth myth we're going to talk about is that tankless water heaters are slow to respond to demand. Regardless if it's a tank type water heater or a tankless water heater, you're going to have the same amount of time that it takes to purge the cold water out of the line before it gets to the fixture. So that's always going to be the same. Now, the tankless water heater has to start up in order to begin delivering hot water, but there's a couple of cool ways that Renai is able to speed up this process. One of which is that recirculation pumps are installed in many of the units, which allow you to have hot water whenever you need it. It's going to be ready to go whenever that recirculation pump is activated. But at the very most, you might wait up to 5 seconds longer if the unit has to start up from cold to begin delivering hot water, but you're never going to run out. So that trade-off is really not a big deal at all, in my opinion. Myth number 6 is that stainless steel heat exchangers are always better than copper heat exchangers. Some tankless manufacturers tout that they use stainless steel all the time in all of their units. The truth of the matter is that Copper and stainless steel are just different materials, and they have different benefits depending on the situation. In condensing units, stainless steel is better for its corrosive resistant characteristics. However, copper is a better metal when it comes to heat transfer and pulling the heat out of the fuel more efficiently. So depending on the situation, Rinnai chooses to use either stainless steel or copper, and the main thing that matters with that is choosing the right material for the right situation. Myth number 7 is that low gas pressure makes the installation of a tankless water heater unaffordable. Now, the cool thing about the latest technology that Rinnai has built into their units is that these are actually able to draw the gas in through the zero governor gas valve, and in some cases, you may not even need to increase the size of the gas line at your property. So it's definitely worth checking out before you just assume that, oh, I'm gonna have to increase the size of all of my gas lines at my property. You may or may not have to do that, so definitely check it out. And finally, myth number 8 is that tankless water heaters are a new technology that has not been proven. Now, this couldn't be further from the truth. They introduced their first unit to the North American market in 1999. Tankless products continue to experience double-digit growth in North America, and the technology that they put into them continues to evolve. So that covers 8 of the most common myths regarding tankless water heaters. Comment down below with any other myths that you guys can think of, or any experiences that you guys have had with tankless products. Would be really interested to hear what your opinions are down in the comment section. Thanks again to Rinnai for sponsoring this video. I've really appreciated the opportunity getting to visit with some of their engineers and just learning more about their company. Another cool thing is that they're actually assembling some of the units in the United States now. So most of their products are either going to be made in Japan or the United States now going forward. So it's just kind of cool that they're putting some effort into manufacturing things in the United States. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this video to be interesting. Hope you're having a fantastic week, and we'll talk to you guys in the next one. See ya.